Hi. In this video, we will see regarding the context functions. So we are in previous videos we already used few context functions. Let's try to understand each and every. Okay. Uh, Now I'm setting my context. Okay. How to set how to set uh, context for worksheet. Simply use okay database. Okay. What is database? I'm using school database. Okay, the moment I execute this command, this will set. Okay, see the school database is set. Okay. Now I want to use schema. Schema is school admin schema. Okay, so I set my database under schema. Okay, and see already this user right already available. Oh, account admin is that is the role. Okay, and what is warehouse? It is available. Compute warehouse. Okay, now we know this we are able to see right what is database, what is schema, what is the role, what is the okay virtual warehouse. Okay, but if you want to check okay like dynamically while writing the programming okay in that program we need to check so and so role, so and so virtual warehouse. Okay, uh, which is how we can check. Okay, now we have context functions like select current data. Yes. Okay. So if you execute this one, you will get what exactly the current database. Select current schema. It will give okay what is the current schema. Okay. I want to check what is the current role. Select current role. Here account admin is correct. See what is the current data like warehouse. Okay. See what is virtual warehouse. Okay. Now we know that we are able to see here compute warehouse. Okay. But programmatically using this command how we can check. Okay, this is the context function current warehouse. Okay, so we need to remember this context functions will helpful. Okay, see compute warehouse. Okay, now see whatever available here. Okay, I'm able to see here, that is fine. Using the statements also I'm able to see. Okay, now I want to check who is the user. Current, select current user. See data engineer, that is the user. Okay, now I want to check today date. Okay, I want to check date. We have function sys date. Okay, if I use direct, if I don't use, see, I'm executing this one, I will get error. See, okay, sys date will work in Oracle like this. Work works in Oracle database. Okay, now in Snowflake we have to give sys date. Okay, parenthesis. Then it will work. See, it will give in the current date. Okay, here is the current user. Okay, like this we have so many context functions. Okay, so based on the requirement okay we have to uh, you have to check okay which is suitable for your requirement. You can use those context function. Okay, now I want to check what is the session id. We already discussed. Okay, current session. Okay, See, this is session ID. Okay. I want to check, okay, like client. How I told, right? To connect the Snowflake, we can connect from like using the any connector or driver. Okay. Assume we want to check like what are the clients are connected. Okay. Select current client. Let's check. See, now this client is connected. Okay. If there any like Python client, okay, or different, okay, like Java or ODBC connection. If there anything is, we can check here. Okay. Now we have time related. Okay, current time. Randomly I'm giving current. I want to check current date. This is context function. It will give the date. I want to check the timestamp. Current timestamp, which will give current timestamp. Okay. So remember all these context functions. So based on requirement, okay, you can use. I want to, okay. So in Snowflake, what happens for each query? Okay, the associated query ID will be generated. How session ID will generate? The moment you connect the Snowflake, okay, one session ID will create, right? At the same time, the moment you execute any query, the moment you execute any query, the respective query ID will be generated. How I can check? Okay, I'm just duplicating manually. How you can check? I'm just duplicating this one. Okay, now go query history. Now see, we executed, right? See, current timestamp and sys date, current user. Okay, current date. Like this, we executed multiple commands. See here, each query ID is different. Here, see, this query ID different, this query ID different, this query ID different. Okay, so if you want to check the query ID, we have to come here, okay, into UI, where in the monitoring session we have query history. Okay, we can check. No, I don't want. Immediately I want, okay, whatever I executed, last query I want. Recently executed this statement, right? Now this statement query ID. Just take this query ID. This is the one, right? Let's check. Is ending with 11226. Okay, 11226. Now I have one function, okay, where I can get uh, using the uh, function like last query ID, which will give recently executed query ID. Recently executed query ID. Then go on execute this one. See, the same query ID I'm getting. Okay, if you want to check, yes, you can get it. No, I don't want last query ID. Okay. By default, it will give, okay, recently executed the query. Okay. Now you want to go particular query ID, like last three. Okay. Then go and execute. Just give parameter like uh, three. Okay. Then what happens? See, double one, triple two. Okay. Means you to go back to previous queries. Okay. Not recent one. Okay, before, okay, we want that one. Let's go and check. Double one, the triple two, double one, triple two. Okay, see, double one, triple two. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, when I executed this query, right, this is the previous query ID. don't consider these things. Okay, why? Because these are system generated queries. Okay, this is the -1 by default. This is the -2. This is the -3. Okay, so what, see, to get to find out the last query also, we executed query, right? That for that one also one query ID will generate. Okay, so it is considering that one also. This is -1. Okay, by default is -1. Okay, but if you provide any value, right, according to that it will give. See, this is -1. I again repeat. This is -2. This is -3. Okay, ignore this system generated query IDs. Okay, now like that we have so many. Okay, let's go walk through the documentation. Okay, where we have like I want to check current transaction. Okay, okay, is there any transaction there? Okay, here see, I don't have. Okay, how to begin transaction? Just check begin transaction. Now begin. See, transaction is started. Now check, is there any current transaction? See, transaction ID available. Okay, like this, right? We can check it. Is there any session is running? What are the sessions are running? If there any transactions are running within the session? Okay, how we can check? Like this we can check. Okay, I'll walk through the documentation, get more. See here, see the client, right? The what are the clients are connected? Okay, those information will give. Current date, it will give the date, current time, local time. Okay, uh, all are aliases. Okay, what current time will give? The current time. Uh, like this, in this format it will give hours, minutes, seconds. Okay, as I told, right, this is invalid. Oracle only it will work. No, this date, what it will give? Current date, uh, entirely date, and with the timestamp also it will give. Okay, see, like this, in this format it will give. And what is the current version? Okay, so Snowflake current version, what is Snowflake current version? Okay, current version it will give. Okay, so 9.10.1. Okay, this is the Snowflake current version. If you want to check the region also, current region. See, see, here we hosted our Snowflake. Okay, while creating the account, we choose and write region. The same region it is giving here. Okay, now as we discussed, current timestamp, local timestamp. Okay, like this it will give. Okay, so I give few examples how to create. So while explaining the date timestamp, okay, I use all these context functions. Okay, I explain. Okay, you can refer that one. Now here few examples only I give, just uh, how to utilize these context functions, and how to okay, create the one table directly. Okay, this is like on the fly creating the table. Okay, so we are selecting the data with some values. Using those values, I'm directly creating. See, create or replace table name. This we already know. Instead of giving like column data types, what I'm doing, I'm selecting the data. We know, right, how to select the data directly. Okay, so we can select the data. I'm not selecting any data from the any table. Okay, this is pseudo values. I'm generating using the context function. Okay, those I'm inserting into the table. Okay, directly creating the table. Okay, with these values. Okay, I'm just selecting. Okay, those things you can practice. Okay, already we know how to create the table, how to select the data. Okay, how to describe the table, everything we know. Okay, this statement also. So parameters, we already know how to check the parameters. Okay, alter the session, how we can do, everything we know. Okay, we already discussed. Okay, okay, yeah. Lost transaction. Yeah. What is the current role? What is the current session? Okay, what is the current account? Okay, how we can check current account? Check, select current account. Okay, how we can check using the current account. So this is the current account. Okay, or see all user names. Okay, we have one more context function. All user names. Okay, go and check, select. We have one right already. Current user we have, which is giving one user. Okay, now select all user names. Okay, it will give is there any other users. See, now I'm getting, but default user is Snowflake and data engineer getting. Okay, if I let me create one more user, state array, create or replace user. Just I'm giving user is u1. Let's execute it. Okay, user is created successfully. Now check, select all user names. See, whatever I created user, right, it is coming. So all usernames it will give whatever the users are available, but current user it will give, okay, who, okay, logged in. Okay, that username it will give. Okay, if you want to check, okay, current statement. Okay, which statement? You can go and check current statement. Select current statement. Okay, see, see, whatever the statement we are running, the same statement it will give. This is the statement, right, we are running. Okay, that's what. Okay, so in real time when it will usable means if any query is running, it is taking like more time, then we need to check which statement is running. Okay, at the time if you run here current statement, those queries will come. Okay, you can check it why, then we can take that query and we can analyze, okay, why that query is taking more time, like this. Okay, now we are running simple this command, right, the same command only it is running. Okay, and yeah, we already discussed query id. Okay, and transaction, we already know how to check database, how to check schema. Okay, schemas. Okay, warehouse. Okay, so these are the major early, we use all these context functions in regular basis. Okay, try to practice. Okay, you'll come to know. Okay, don't copy paste it. Okay, try to uh, type manually all these context function so that you'll get hands-on, and don't execute and leave it. Okay, and once you get the output, try to understand what output we are getting and in which format you are getting. Okay, why we are getting. Okay, like that, try to understand. Okay, so that you'll come to know. Yeah, that's all for this video. If there any doubts, okay, please send out a mail. I will respond accordingly. Yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you.